Yo, what's good, guys? It's your boy Elijah back with another song from the Escape mixtape. Today we're doing Envy.
Enemies stab your back cause they're envy, and that's a fact. Depending on what you have, your loved ones are on that path.
Track 11, song 11. Envy is a great song. Not to toot my own horn. Not a pat on the back. No, Envy is another truth-telling song. I'm talking facts. It's on the, in terms of realness, it's on the level of Ride, Who I Am, and Escape. At least I think. And that's how I was at when I was writing it. The idea of Envy is pretty, it's interesting how I use, how, I'm not religious and I don't believe in God. However, I do go with, one of the 7 deadly sins here, and I even mentioned that in the song, that being the chorus. I don't know why I did it. Whoops. Dang. I don't know why I did it, but I just did, and it happened to work. And I do think that there's truth to it, to, how bad envy can really be. And I think I detailed that pretty well in the song. But I think the entire mixtape generally has like some sort of religious motif, which is really odd. Like, maybe not like every single song. However, it's like there are definitely spots where it's like, whoa, that's pretty religious there, bruh. Which I don't know why. I could not tell you. But without further ado, I don't know what ado means, so we'll have no further of it. Let's get to it. First verse. Enemies stab your back cause they're envy, and that's a fact. Depending on what you have, your loved ones are on that path, and that's sad. Being a target is harsh form of flattery. They marksman and it hits hard like assault and battery. So anyone can be envious, obviously. It's not exclusive. But I think depending on what you have, I think the envy can be, what's the word? It can hurt more when it's people that are closest to you, and for it to be something like, I don't know, for instance, whether it's something that you have, whether it's something material or not. So it's like, oh, I'm jealous of your car or how much money you make or whatever. It's like, damn, the things that people would do, going out of their way to just come at you and shit, is like horrible. And not that that's obvious, but just detailing that and mentioning that. And it's sad being a targeted harsh form of flattery. I think that envy is a harsh form of flattery. Obviously, I see the bad in it, but looking on the bright side of things, it's someone's looking at you and saying, hey, I want what you have. You're doing so well that I want what you have. Again, whether it's, how much money you make, or, what kind of car you have, or what kind of house you live in, or even the non-materialistic things like, oh, I wish I had your confidence. Oh, I wish I had, your, I don't know, intelligence. I don't know. But regardless, I do think that when someone is jealous and envious of you, you are, that is some sort of flattery. The marksman that hits hard like assault and battery. Imagine me, matter of fact, scratch that. Actually, had jealous niggas cross me at times because they'd rather be caught up in pulling me down to being part of the come up, crabs in a barrel, and they keep their barrel stuck. This is that part. The idea of crabs in a barrel, first of all, is, and I see it a lot in black culture. Next time, I see it a lot in black culture. It may happen in other cultures. I'm black, so I see it a lot in black culture. the idea of crabs in a barrel is you have a whole bunch of crabs in a barrel and they want to get out. And instead of them trying to cooperate and so they can all get out together, when one crab starts to climb up and try to get out, another crab from the bottom will pull them down, as opposed to, cooperate and help them up, which is kind of the metaphor here. And so I see it a lot in Black culture where someone will be doing well for themselves and you have other people hate on them just because they're doing well, and they'll do whatever they can to pull them back and keep them from getting to that level of whatever level it may be of success, or whatever it may be, and they'll pull them down just so they don't have to work at making themselves better. So you'll find it where someone has a promising career. They're on track to have a promising career, and someone else will be like, oh, you think you all that? You think you hot shit? And then they'll fuck them up. I don't know. And it's like, dog, you mad at me because you're not doing better? Some bullshit. And so I think that's when it can really get dangerous and really get, And I generally think it's stupid. Just lie. Just be. You're putting all this energy into fucking someone else's life up and spend all this energy hating on them when you could be using that energy to better yourself. And that could really help everybody, including yourself. But you spend this energy trying to tear somebody else down. It just don't make sense. Next line. Okay. Ain't that how it go? Pride comes before the fall, but no one ever tell you that envy's the root of it all. The truth is you be appalled by how a story ends, because if you don't make amends, your envy will leave you dead. So that part, first of all, the pride coming before the fall, I do think a lot of it, a lot of times, the root of pride, again, another deadly sin, is envy. And like I said, not all the time, but I think a lot of times it would be the case, because whether you're too proud to say, hey, I don't want to do this, or to whatever it may be that's keeping you envious to someone, I think a lot of times that could really be someone's downfall. And the proudness is rooted in the envy. No, I have it backwards. Envy is the root of the pride. Yeah, that's how I said it. So, I think a lot of times pride is envy leads to pride. I mean. And then, truth is you be appalled by how a story ends, because you don't make amends, your envy will leave you dead. One, I think it's good to try to obviously not be envious, because if you're not envious, then it just leads to overall better quality of life. So you're not always thinking about what someone else has. It'll never, it'll never be enough. There's always a bigger number, so to speak. But then the gunshot. So each verse, I'm really itchy right now. The sweater's making me itchy. I apologize. I don't know what it is. The sweater's making me itchy. I know what it is. It is the sweater making me itchy. No, the gunshots. It's just every verse ends with death. I don't know why I did that, but that's why the gunshot is there, just to further hammer home the idea of how deadly this sin can be. I think that each verse is from sort of a different perspective. This first verse is kind of generally speaking. The second verse is more personal, And then the third is, again, kind of back to being general, but also like more specific instances. So on to the chorus. Man, look, this chorus gave me a lot of trouble. This chorus, because I didn't know how I wanted to do it, right? So the idea of it was, so for each of the I guess chants, you want to call it that, the 7 sins, the devil wins, was supposed to be like this sort of angel and devil on your shoulder type of deal. So like it's supposed to be all three saying 7 sins, the devil wins, and then the person, the singular person, being saying the second half of it. That's how it generally was supposed to go. I don't know how well I executed that, because I know it was like really difficult trying to make it all work. And so, going into it, 7 sins, the devil wins. If envy knocks on your door, you gonna let it in? 7 sins, the devil wins. Dabble in one, the resentment begins. 7 sins, the devil wins. Will heaven let you win with all this shit that you did, all the stuff that you did? 7 sins, the devil wins. Anyone can get it, your mother, brother, and friends. So, in this chorus, I'm asking, or I'm asking the person, whoever, you, whoever it may be, what, I'm asking you these questions, and each one being, slightly different, but obviously having the same minds, same theme, I guess. So the first question being, if envy knocks on your door, you gonna let it in? When you feel envious, when you think, when you see somebody and you want what they have, how are you gonna respond to it? Are you gonna respond to it by tearing them down, or are you gonna respond to it by trying to make yourself better? That's the first question. Second question. I guess the second one isn't necessarily a question, but dabble in one and the resentment begins. This is referring to any of the seven sins, but obviously specifically envy. If you mess with it, then you'll start to resent other people, the people around you, and it's just not healthy. And third question being, or third part of it, I guess, being, will heaven let you win while all the stuff that you did? Asking yourself if you'd be a good person, or if you are a good person with all the stuff you did. It's trying to make you self-reflect. Like, how many times were you envious of somebody and tried to tear them down? Like, are you a good person with all the stuff that you did? That's the question. And again, because I'm using a deadly sin here, I use heaven to go with the motif here. Then the fourth final question is, not question, but statement. Anyone can get it, your mother, brother, and friends. Again, it's not exclusive to anybody. It can be your own blood, flesh and blood. It can be envious of you, try to tear you down. Anybody can get it. Verse 2. So, again, this is me getting more personal about it, and I think that a lot of times, not even just a lot of times, I see it a lot of times, and when I see it, I'm just like, dude, are you, like, because I never think that I actually have it like that, and I still don't, like, but people look at me like, damn, yo, you're doing so well, like, what the fuck, and they try to clown on me and shit. I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to do something out here, and I'm just like, damn, you really that pressed about what the fuck I'm doing? Like, for what? So it goes, what you eyeing me for? You mad because you ain't got it? You mad that you ain't you mad that you, what? So it goes, what you eyeing me for? You mad that you ain't got it? You mad you ain't making progress and claiming that you the hottest? again, just a little bit of me flexing here, just, and not even just me flexing, just kind of being like, playful. From claiming that you the hottest, just drop it. You ain't using your logic. Niggas mocking while goddess. Flexing for these hoes thinking that they cop the goddess. Again, just kind of fucking around at that point. And sorry, in that section. Just, but at the same time, it's, you, so not only are you mad at me for whatever I got, but you're posing like you have something better when you really don't. If I'm honest, I see you running their pockets, but what's your options? When money falls, you ain't not your pockets. Not in pockets, having money. You stealing from people, because you're envious of what they got. Or just not even, I said stealing people, stealing from people. And it may not even be necessarily money, just, trying to steal from other people, just of what they have. Trying to tear down somebody else. Again, keeping the theme tearing down somebody else because you don't have it. I see your eyes wanting your cuffing and not. Why you look surprised when you see I ain't cut down the size. Again, I'm, secure in myself to know that when someone tries to come at me because they're mad at me for something that they don't have, that I have, I don't get fazed by it. I really just don't get fazed by it. I'm just, man, shut the fuck up. Like, honestly, no, that really is my move sometimes when I see that. It's like, dude, just shut the fuck up, please. Just leave. Like, just, because there's no reason why you can't be doing the same shit. Like, I'm recording this shit with my laptop, a fucking $20 microphone, and my phone. Like, there's no reason why you can't do the same shit. For real. Like, there's no reason. Like, this isn't, like, anything crazy. But they're still mad at me just because I'm doing it and they're not. Like, stop it. Sporting renting Ferraris, drinking Henny at party, spending money you ain't got, compensating properly. Try comparing to me, is it really that hard? You're better off killing me, another shot in the dark. So again, the idea of, boasting about something that you have when you really don't have it. Because, again, the idea of pride as well. But, again, coming from envy, so you're faking like you don't got it just so you can pretend like you're on the same level as me because you're jealous of me. And, like, just go about it the right way, dude. Like, it's not that deep, just go about it the right way. And then try comparing to me, is it really that hard? Like, you really trying to compare to me? Like, you really trying to compare to me? Is it that hard? Like, is that hard? So, I go, you better off killing me, another shot in the dark again, gunshot in the dark, cueing the gunshot again, because you're better off killing me, which probably won't happen either, but, And then going back to the chorus. 7 sins, the devil wins. If envy knocks on your door, you gon' let it in. 7 sins, the devil wins. Devil and one and the resentment begins. 7 sins, the devil wins. Will heaven let you win? What all the stuff that you did? 7 sins, the devil wins. Anyone can get it, your mother, brother, and friends. Yeah. On to the third verse. Tell me the truth, what you trying to prove? Too much dip in your chip, what you desperate to lose? So, and I know we weren't the only ones that were saying this, but when I was writing, like in the time of me writing, all of my friends, like we were all just saying like, yo, you got too much dip in your chip, like, hey, you got too much dip in your chip, dog. It's basically meaning like, oh, you get a little cocky there, That's literally what it was, too much dip in your chip. In case you didn't know. Too much dip in your chip, what you desperate to lose? I chronically abuse all the music I make. All I give are hotlines. Tell me who can relate. Start debate some topic on who's the people's top pick. I'll be in that conversation soon. You just watch, bitch. Again, that bravado. Never been fazed by the lanes who think they can scam me. That includes family. Quit to kill off like Bambi. Spoiler alert. Bambi, in the movie, Bambi's mother dies. I'm sorry. quicker than using plan B for the dudes who plant seeds. Face me coward or manly, choose whatever you fancy. A chance to get above me is a chance you can't see. Trying to step above me, I'll leave you with dead meat. Again, the dead gunshot. And then go back into the chorus. 7 sins, the devil wins. Well, if envy knocks on your door, you gonna let it in. 7 sins, the devil wins. Dabble in one and the resentment begins. 7 sins, the devil wins. Will heaven let you in with all the stuff that you did? 7 sins, the devil wins. Anyone can get it to other brother and friends. And that's it. That's the song, guys. Like I said, this song is probably one of the more factual telling. I don't regret this song. I know it's a deep cut, and like a lot of times deep cuts get overlooked, and it's kind of like, damn. But I did put a lot of time into this one, a lot of energy, a lot of thought into this one, just because I felt it rang really true, and not just to me, to a lot of people. And hearing it is just like, wow. You know, there's like, I am proud of the product, other than obviously, like I said, that one line. You know, that's, and even then, it's not like I'm not proud of it. It's just looking back on it now, it's like probably wasn't the best thing ever. But no, I do like it. I do like the song. Of course, I like the song. I wrote the song, but no, I think it plays really well into the idea of the entire mixtape as a whole. Again, trying to not just escape from where I was in terms of my job and how I just felt stuck, but also the idea of escaping from certain types of people. And I think that's, you know, something that a lot of people can relate to, and a lot of people can appreciate. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have, send it to someone who didn't subscribe and who has no idea that I exist, and put them on. And you can be like, yo, that guy Elijah, he's the real deal. And you don't want to be there after he's all famous and shit to be like, oh my god, yo, my friend was talking about him and I was clowning him and shit. Like, nah, bro. This is your chance to get on before I go big. Here's your chance. But no, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time when we cover Mercy. Guys, we're almost done. We have 2 songs left. I'm so excited to share them with you.